All right, here we are on the Friday night breakdown of the Giles East Mont game, and we had a nice win tonight. I know the players need it, and the coaches need it. We beat a team we should have beat. We beat them how we should have beat them. So that was really nice. I know the boys are really feeling a whole lot better because a win sure feels better than a loss. And the boys need it. Like I said, you all are much better than a 1-4 football team. You've had some tough losses this year, but you're still fighting. That's the main thing. Uh, you pushed tonight. You blocked well. I thought you tackled pretty well. Um, but there's still a lot of room to grow. So yeah, I'll get to the good things here. I don't know how long this video will be tonight. Like I said, because it's kind of a blowout, but we'll touch on a few things here. Uh, Special teams, I thought the kickoff coverage was really good tonight. There was a lot of good tackles, a lot of good hits. One in particular stuck out to me was number 68. I wish I knew your name. Congratulations on that hit. It was great. Kudos to you. A powerful hit. So you keep that up, keep that intensity up, and y'all, keep doing what you're doing there. The extra point kicks, I think, was good. Our kicker has a strong leg. He missed one tonight, but as a kicker, you're young and you're going to miss some. Keep your head up, keep fighting. I think you're going to be just fine. So just keep at it. The holder has done a great job all year holding the ball on field goals and extra points, and that's very valuable. The line's blocked good on those extra points and field goals. Even the ones that are missed, he's still blocked good, I feel. I thought our offensive line did really good tonight. I really do. I think y'all blocked to the whistle. I seen guys blocking downfield to the whistle. Number 7, I seen you several times downfield blocking and until the whistle blew, and that's what you're supposed to do. Y'all look good doing it. Y'all made big holes for the running backs. We usually run up the middle, run outside. We could run the pitch all night long and probably have 400 yards rushing that ball. I don't think they would ever stop us. And we run up the gut. So line, y'all blocked really good. Like I said, I like some of the little pushing and stuff. You got to make it. You got to protect your house, and when you go on the road, you got to make their house your house. So that's what I'm saying. You got to block to the whistle the rest of the season. It's going to be up to you all how far we go. But that's our running backs ran hard. Had some nice long runs. I didn't know it's 35 our fullbacks Bales. I think I may be wrong. Second half, he seemed to be limping. He wasn't in the game. He wasn't even in uniform. So I hope you're okay. Hope it's nothing serious. But I said, other than that, our offense, we ran the ball really, really well. We blocked really well. That's being an ex-lineman. I have a thing for linemen. I watch them because they never get any credit. So, but guys, without y'all's blocking tonight, the running backs get nothing. And it's like that every game. You need to remember that. You all, again, are the heart and soul of a ball team. The running backs go where you all make way for them to go. So continue to play intense, pissed off football. You got to play that the rest of the year. And you got to play it for 4 quarters. Y'all play like you did tonight. Play like you did against Radford. You're going to be fine. But you got to keep that intensity. If you get down, you keep fighting. You keep blocking how you're supposed to block to the whistle. You'll be fine. I think the win did y'all some good tonight. You can see, how it feels to win. It feels good to win. So like I said, just linemen, remember, to the whistle. You block to the whistle. I personally have no problem with a little bit of pushing and shoving. Don't do something stupid and get a penalty now. Don't get carried away with it. But let them know you're not going to push us around. Linemen, you all stand up for each other. You stand up for your running backs. Running backs, you stand up for your linemen. band of brothers. Our passing game, it still needs work. Jeff is still passed the ball, which is good. So he's not giving up on it. I would like to see more than one pass tonight. The game was pretty much in control early. I think it'd be a good chance to practice some things, especially the passing game. Maybe put a few new things in to work on them. But we definitely need to work on the passing. I think Wilcox. I think he's just got happy feet. I think he's lost his confidence in himself as much as anything. And it's up to the coaching staff to help get his confidence back. But don't be afraid to let other people throw the ball either. Keep them in the loop. But we definitely need to get him or his confidence back. And I think we need to change a lot of our routes up, to be perfectly honest, because we dropped back in a pass which surprised teams the way we run the ball, especially tonight. We were probably averaging 10 yards a carry. We dropped back to pass. It should be a surprise, and it never is anymore. It seems like guys on defense are just stepping back into spots, and I think that's how they're coached now. When we go to pass, step back in an area. You step back here, or whatever, because it's the same patterns. Jeff, I think you should really look at what Rafford did, what Eastmont did tonight on some of their passes. They were running these little curls, then catch it, let the guy run for extra yardage. We can do that. There's no reason we can't. So please don't say, well, these kids can't do it. That's malarkey. The little curl routes I think would be really good. And it's split 13 miles. We run those and maybe complete 3 or 4 of those a game. You know how that defense has got to back off? They will not have 11 in a box. But I'm not saying nothing you don't already know. It's just you doing it. Just do it. Who cares who calls it? If you want to take credit for it, take credit for it. But just do it. So I know you won't win another state. But other than that, I think our offense played really well. Boys, don't give up on the passing game. You all keep working on it. Don't get down on each other. I'm not trying to say anything to get you down. I'm just trying to say, what's there, so maybe you can work on it. Because potential is still there. Long season's going on, potential is there. Now on to the defense. I thought defense come out not as intense as the offense. I thought Eastmont was able to, get a few passes here, and then kind of a few little runs, but nothing major. As the game went on, I thought the intensity picked up. So I think you all got to continue to practice on that, continue to improve on that, continue to be very alert on what's going on, talk to each other on the field. But defense, I thought y'all played really well. I still don't understand why we don't play some bump and run, because they were open on some things. I think the bump and run knocks, especially at this level, knocks some receivers off their patterns, and a lot of time in patterns seems to be in single way. So I don't know why we don't do some bump and run. But number 2, you had a couple interceptions tonight. That was really nice. Congratulations. Nice returns also. I believe it was number 24. You can remember how you had a kill hit on that quarterback one time, and you pulled up and didn't do it. And I can almost be sure you didn't do it because you're afraid you'll get a penalty. But it's just unfortunately how they call it now. But I would say tear them in half. You got to be smart, don't get me wrong. And you wasn't sure, but I was going to say tear them in half. You had the shot. But, I can't say you did wrong or right on that. I know you was afraid to get a penalty. But you had one heck hit if you could have took it. But like I said, our defense had some ball. We had a nice pick by our safety. In the game played Wilcox, I think it was. On defense, had played the ball beautifully. The safety came over, intercepted the ball. Beautiful interception. So like I said, overall, when a game gets blown out like this, I don't have a whole lot I can really say. There's some things here, like I said, but overall, you did not play bad. You had some intensity, which is good. You just remember you got to keep it up for 4 quarters. And some of the biggest things I say is that Jeff, you still need to work on that pass. Games like this, I know you probably feel like you're running the score up, and I understand you don't want to do that. But at the same time, you got to think you're trying to get your team ready for playoffs. You're trying to get your team ready to get to a state championship. I hate Glenver. Most people don't like Glenver, but the one thing I will say about Glenver, they never take their players out unless it's extremely late in the game to know what to score. They are working the whole game to build up, get to the playoffs, and try to get to the state. Games like this is your perfect opportunity to work on the passing game. That seems to be our weakest point right now. And I would say, Jeff, you need to put in some curls. Look what Radford did, and look what Eastmont did tonight on their passing. That little 84, whatever it was, whoever it was, they basically running curls and then picking up the extra yardage. And we can do that. Don't say we can't, because it's malarkey. Our kids can run a curl pattern. So I think that's something we need to work on. I think we need to put some curl patterns in. Like I said, we're running the same patterns we've ran for 40 years. Teams aren't surprised when they should be when we're running for 10 yards a carry and we can't pass the ball. Whether he has happy feet or not in the backfield. I mean, nobody's open. And teams are just at the point now where they're, okay, your Giles drop back to pass, don't panic. You drop back to this area, you drop back to this area, you drop back to this area, and somebody's going to be within 5 yards of the receiver, and nobody's open. You got to be able to not be so proud where you can't put in curls. You may think, well, Giles never run the curls, the kids can't run do this. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. And this is not Ragsdale's team anymore. This is not the Giles Spartans of the 80s, the 90s, or wherever. Put in some curls. Like I said, we get some confidence in our passing game, it's going to lead so much better. It's going to be so much better for us. But that's just my thing. I'd put in some curl routes and do some quick passes on the curl routes so the guys can get the ball for defense can settle and let them get what yards they can. You do 3, 4, 5 of those a game, build the confidence. It's going to be amazing what we see. But that's just my take on it. Another thing I got, I want to bring up is number, what was the number? Late in the game. I think 25. I don't know what happened on the ball in the pile, but young man, you were mad. You were pissed. And some young players had to hold you up, keep you from getting a penalty or getting a penalty on the team. Now, I have no problem at all with the way you got pissed and how you acted, but you don't want to do it to where you're going to get a penalty for your team or get yourself kicked out of the game. How you got pissed is not a bad thing. That's what you all should look at too as a team and say, we all should play like that every play. Play pissed off like that, play mad, because you were mad, you were pissed off. I don't know what happened, but you should play like it all the time. You play that kind of intensity, as pissed off as you were in that play. If you all can play like that for 4 quarters, I'm still telling you, you're going to be hard to deal with. But y'all got to make your minds up. You still be good kids. I think it's great you're praying for the game. All for that. But when a whistle blows, that don't mean you're a bad kid because you're out there and you're playing with extreme intensity. And I can't say because they probably bought my video. But play with extreme intensity. Play with anger. Let them know this is my house, and you're not will bully me around. And when you go to their house, you're taking their house. I say it. I'll say it again. You all need to be a band of brothers. Nobody messes with you all. Nobody. Now after the game, you be friends with whoever, but when that whistle blows up first quarter, when it blows in that game, you are a band of brothers. You all are standing up for each other. You all are all you got, and you all you got to stand up for each other. But I really don't have no more to say than that. Like I said, it was a good victory tonight. Like I said, I thought the offensive line blocked really well. The snaps again were very good. Continue to keep working on that. And if you do have a bad one, shake it off, move on. But to this point, you haven't. No matter who's snapping the ball, they've all been good. So keep going in that direction. The guys just look at the hit that number 68 had. Look at the anger and the pissed offness of whatever happened to number 25. How he was. Combine that pissed off, that anger, that I'm gonna rip your head off, and go out there and play every play for 4 quarters like that. Don't take any team lightly from here on out. You can't afford to do it. And just remember, you're the Giles Spartans. Everybody wants to beat you all. Everybody. So now you go beat them. I mean, you can do it. Not much more to say, really. Like I said, I'm going to call it a night right there. Line, again, rest of the season, I think it's on you. You've got to be able to move these guys out of the hole so the running backs can run. We got to score. We'll have some game that's probably going to be a scoring fest. So you've got to be able to move these guys out of the way. And defense, when it comes to you play together. Talk. Figure what's going on. But play together and play with a violence and an anger that football's played with. And it don't mean you're bad kids. But just go after it. Like I said, think about the hit 68 had, and there were some others tonight, and play with that passion and that anger. But anyway, that's it. Like I said, I said more than probably what I thought I was going to say. But anyway, again, thanks for your all support, and next week should be very interesting playing George Wythe. There may be a lot to say after that game. But boys, stick together, practice the way you want it in the game, and remember, stay together. Oh, and one other thing, I remember Coach Kelly used to always tell us this, and some of you all will remember this who played for Coach Kelly. When you go across that field and you're shaking hands, there's two things you're doing. This comes from Coach Kelly. When you're shaking hands, if you win, you're shaking that guy's hand saying, "Thank you for letting me kick your ass." If you lose, they're saying that to you, "Thank you for letting me kick your ass." Which way you want it, you remember that. Play it, give everything you got, boys. And I'll see you next week.